Hey everybody, welcome to my totally amateur review of the Zoom H6 handy recorder. Handy recorder. I apologize for the really makeshift setup here. I had everything set up on a much nicer place to go ahead with the review, and then my whole family arrived because it's my last day in Canada. So yeah, just bad timing. So I'm gonna do the review from here on a nice bed, comforter, which is kind of like my thing now, I guess. So here you are looking at the Zoom H6 recorder in its box, and this comes with the package. Inside the box there's like a really cheap case for it, like a little sleeve for it, which I don't know, I'm not gonna use it anymore. And then there's this, which is really strong and it's awesome. So yeah, it's really cool. Actually, I put it inside my backpack with all my other stuff, and I have kind of like a mobile studio going, and this is kind of the heart of it. So I said I was going to do an amateur review of it, and here it is. I apologize for the sound quality at the moment, but I kind of don't because it's intentional. I'm using the cell phone microphone to record this part right here, and as I go along in the review, I'm going to plug in the audio interface and show you what it sounds like through the microphone on the H6. So let's open up this box and see what it looks like. So flip that around there, unclip it. If you hear people passing by outside the door and talking really loud, that's because I'm not in an empty house. Okay, so inside the box you see here, you get this thing, micro SD card with a 2 gigabyte, it's an SD card with an adapter with a micro SD for 2 gigabytes, and that's about 55 minutes of 44:16 audio quality. I ended up upgrading to a 64 gigabyte card in there. I put that in there. As well as 2 detachable microphones. One here is it's called the XL or XR, I can't remember. Microphone adapter right there, and then you got this one right here, and this one is actually a left and right microphone. On top of them you can see there are gains, and they move nice and smoothly. They're not flimsy at all. This thing is really well made. Now it's worth noting that I bought this in Canada and it was $500. It's not a totally cheap device, but it is pretty versatile, and I'll get into that in just a little bit. Let's have a look at the device. On the front of the device, you can see that there is, let me just turn it on. You can see that there is a color LCD screen on it. Ooh, so fancy. Turns on really quickly. Not only is it a color thing, here it shows you the levels of all the mics, so you can fine tune the gain on every single input. And yes, there are 6 tracks of input. So when you record, for example, you see that 2 are lit right here. If I record, it's gonna record 1 and 3, L and R, right? It's gonna record those. I can turn all of those on and it will make 6 tracks of recording in one project. So it's very cool, it organizes it for you. You can turn them on and off at will. There's also an overdubbing feature, which I'm not gonna show you in the video, but I'll just tell you about it now. You can actually record, let's say 1 and 2 or 1 and 3, and then when you're done that, you can go a little bit of menu diving into a feature to overdub, and then you can activate this one and it'll record it in line with that, and it'll put it in the same project so that everything is in time and in line. So it's very cool. On the top of the device here where the gains are, you can see that there's pad right here, and that is if you click it on there, it'll turn the gain down by minus 20 decibels. That's for something like a drum microphone or something that would have very abrasive sounds, or if you've got a microphone that's gain is too high, or any input that is too high of an input, you can turn that on right there and instantly modify the sound on there to lower the sound right there. So it's kind of cool. On the side of the device, going from the bottom to the top, because that's the most interesting part, you've got your power and hold button right there. Just press it down and it'll flick back to the middle there. You've got your volume up and down. That's for the microphone right there. It has no other purpose, just for the microphone volume when you're plugged in and listening through there. Here you've got your SD card slot, and it's SDXC, so it's actually faster SD. You can put really fast SD cards in there, and I'm not sure what the maximum capacity is. Maybe 128, maybe 256, probably 128, because this thing is almost 10 years old now, this device, but I think it's 5 years old now. Still, okay, so let's just say 128 is a pretty good guess. On the top here, you've got your L and R, or if you've got input 1 and input 3. Input 1 and input 3. Did I show that properly? Yes, I did. Oh, yeah, 1, 2. 1 and 2, I'm sorry. And then 3 and 4. Generally speaking, when I plug things into it, if it's like one device with a stereo input, I'll plug the left in there and the right in there, and then I'll do the other one on there and there. And if I want, I can plug in the microphone in the top here, and I have 6 tracks going there. But here you can see This input right here is not only XLR, but also the larger stereo headphone jacks, like this right here, the larger ones. They fit in there, so it's, I forget what it's called, but it's a multi-input right there. Windscreen. On the other side of the device, you can see that there's the USB for power and also for USB functions like the interface and plugging into the computer and accessing your files. Here you've got a menu button. When you press it, it goes into the menu. And then you can't really see it with the glow of the screen, but you can use this right here. It's like a flicking switch to go up and down, and you click it in to select things. So it's kind of neat. And then just press menu to go back or get out of there. As far into the menu as you get, you just press the menu button, you go back one menu pane at a time. Continuing on this side here, like I said, the menu button, the like menu selector and like selection. Then you've got your 3 and your 4 inputs. And again, like the other side, you can plug a stereo, like a large fat stereo input there, or an XLR cable into there. Very convenient. On the back of the device, you've got your battery door right here. It uses 4 AA's. You're looking at about 6 hours of battery power with regular standard batteries, and I've heard up to 20 hours if you're using lithium batteries, so it's pretty cool. The entire thing is a matte finish. It's kind of like a rubberized matte, and it feels really good in the hand. The whole device feels really good in the hand. This is a field recorder for recording concerts or just samples from sounds and things like that, and it feels great to carry it around. It feels like a Star Trek tricorder, and I wish it made that sound. Maybe I don't know. Anyway, on the back here, you also have a monitor speaker. It's really low quality. It doesn't sound great at all. It's tinny, but that's not the point. It's just basically so you can monitor what you've recorded and get a general idea that you caught what you're trying to catch. It's not going to give you any detail or any kind of definition that you're going to want to like, hey guys, check out this song I recorded. You're not going to want to show it through this speaker. But otherwise, it's cool to have it there just in case you want to like quickly check and make sure you caught the thing that you're trying to get. But ideally speaking, you're going to want to plug your headphones into this thing and listen to the things you recorded. And well, let me just talk really quickly about the sound that this thing captures. You have a whole plethora, I don't know how to pronounce that word, plethora of options for recording. You have WAVE in multiple different levels of clarity, and you have MP3 in multiple levels of clarity. Now, the one difference that I've noticed with this thing between WAVE and MP3 is when you do WAVE, overdubbing works. When you don't, you cannot do overdubbing. If you use MP3 format, you can do overdubbing. I guess it's the way that the MP3 prints or whatnot. You can't make alterations to the MP3 after the way that you can with WAVE. I'm not exactly sure, but you have a lot more versatility if you use this device in WAVE recording. A lot more versatility. Now that I've just talked a whole bunch about it, how about we see the difference between the sound quality of using the cell phone's microphone, the iPhone X, and the Zoom H6 itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this microphone right here, and these things are very cool. It plugs in really nicely. Let me just watch what I'm doing here. Come on. It clicks in there. If you want to release it, you just squeeze those things and pull. I'm taking it back off, and I gotta put it back on again. That's gonna be fun. I'm watching the cell phone screen to do this. Okay, there we go. Clicked in there. It clicks in there nicely. On this one here, you actually have an input right here, a stereo input right here. So if you don't want to use the sound out input from these, you can actually have the two left and right tracks going in through here. And there is another attachment where you can have more of these multi-inputs on the sides here. But I didn't buy that one. Whatever. But you can plug something in there if you want to for external audio, and you'll get left and right tracks recorded in here, just like your project has 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5 and 6. It's actually called LNR on here. So, yeah, you do have 6 tracks in total. Now, I'm gonna go to this thing's sound here, and I'm gonna try to talk to fill a little bit of the space. In order to do this, what I'm gonna need to do is go into interface mode. Go into menu, one sec here. I'm gonna go into menu, and I'm gonna have to watch what I'm doing here on the actual device. We're gonna go to audio interface. We're gonna go to stereo mix. We're gonna use iPad using battery power. Okay, now I've got the audio interface. I'm gonna change it to LR here. Oopsies, come on. Okay, there's LR there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let me see how I'm going to do this. I want to go from here into there. I'm going to need to go through the line out. That's it. Okay. Oh no, that's not what I want to do. I'm sorry, I'm getting confused here. I'm going to use the USB. So I'm going to plug this guy right in here. Just give me a sec. Come on, go in the slot. You can do it. Okay, there we go. Plug the USB in right there. I'm using the iPhone camera adapter right here. I'm bringing the USB right into it. I'm sorry for the camera angles here. I'm trying to do this one-handed. I do that in all my videos, don't I? And then I apologize for it. I'm like, sorry. But okay, here we go. So, got this thing here. My sound's gonna be spotty for a sec. I need to plug in my headphones to this thing, so if you'll just excuse me for one moment, I can't pause it because there is no video editing in my videos. I don't video edit. Plugging that in there. Should be getting that there. Plug my headphones into the device. Okay, plug my headphones into the device right here. Okay, there we go. Headphones, menu. Go back there. Okay, still in interface mode. Let me just see if I can hear this. One sec. Sorry about this. I'm almost there. Okay. Got that there. All right. Well, sorry for my breath there. Okay, now you're hearing the stereo input from the from the H6. I'm just making sure my audio levels are okay. I don't want to be peaking you guys. It looks okay. A little bit quiet, but that's okay. And now you're just looking at the box. I'm just giving you a quick show here of the device, of like a sounding of the device in use. You can hear me through the XL or XR. I just can't talk suddenly. Anyway, you're hearing me through the microphone, and I'm not sure if it's peaking or not. If it is, I really do apologize for that. Turn it down a little bit. Let me try that. Okay, now it's like right against my face. Awesome. I don't have a pop filter on here. There is the windscreen. I guess I could use that to kind of pop filter. Let me see this. Hold on. Okay, how's that? Okay, where did the windscreen go? I'm using it. One of the interesting things about learning this device is that I was expecting to have to use it, for example, talking to this part of the microphone, but I didn't realize that with a field recorder, you want to actually talk to the back of it. So you want to aim the field recorder at the thing that you're recording. I was so not ready for that, but now I know. Anyway, now you're hearing the sound, and perhaps you can tell me in the comment section how well my levels are so that I can get a feeling for what level I'll want to put the recording gain at when I'm doing it for iPhone videos, because I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, my personal feelings about this device is I think it's awesome. You can use it as an audio interface, so that means I can plug it into USB like I'm doing right now, plug it into my iPhone. In iPhone interface mode, it is just stereo. So if you want to have multiple inputs, like multiple instruments and microphones and things like that, you're going to want to use a mixer. So everything going into the mixer, and then two XLR or stereo jacks coming out of the mixer and going into the H6, and then the H6 going into, you get what I mean. It just all wants to go into one thing. Going into a computer, there is 6 in, 2 out. So that means, or is it 4 in, 4 out? I think it's 6 in, 2 out. I don't know. Anyway, the point is I can plug it in through USB, and I can have 6 different tracks going into the computer, and any DAW will recognize it. In fact, from what I hear, because I haven't been home to Canada to try it out, Windows will automatically recognize that this thing is plugged in, and it will automatically assign all those 6 tracks. Like you'll be able to see it in any DAW that you're using, because Windows automatically just sees it. It's really cool, really useful. I think that about covers it. Feeling in the hand, it feels fantastic. Using it feels really great. I'm probably going to want to get some kind of mount or stand or something so that I can do these reviews and not hold my cell phone camera, hold my cell phone and my record at the same time. Like I feel like a gimp right now. But other than that, it's really good. I love using it. It comes with everything you need to get started. It comes with the 2 attachments. It comes with it even comes with batteries. How great is that? How many times do you buy something, bring it home, and you're like, oh, whoops, I got to get batteries. But it even comes with batteries. It comes with the windscreen, comes with the package here. It comes with that guide right there. Right now, I forgot to bring the English one here. I bought this in Canada, so it comes with a French and an English one. Woo! The English one's in another room, but it's 103 pages, and it's very, very in-depth, very
I mean, it tells you. It says much stuff. It says much stuff. It tells you all the features. It's all well organized and easy to figure out. And this thing has a lot of features. Like I said, it has overdub. You can record something and then you can set it to another input and re-record in line with that, and up to 6 times. 4 if you're not using the X or like the microphone on the top. So just 4 from the sides. But that's plenty. It's really cool. It's really cool. I really like it. Overall, I'm very pleased with it. I think it's a great value for the money. I actually bought this thing because I was thinking I would use it to like sing into, so that I could like put my OP1 or whatever of my music things, plug them into it, and then sing at the same time. And then I found out like 2 days later that it's not perhaps not the most ideal microphone for professional singing vocal recording. Passable for me because I'm really not much of a perfectionist, as you can tell by my totally amateur recording style. But I ended up getting a FET microphone right after that. So, but whatever, it didn't become useless because I got another microphone. In fact, it became more useful because of all the ways that I can plug other things into it to record in line. I think this thing is really great, really fun to use, very easy to use. If I had any complaints about it, I haven't figured them out yet because I haven't had enough time to I don't know, plug it into other stuff or like plug it into the computer and see the limitations that perhaps more professional people would come to. But personally speaking, I think this is fantastic. It is definitely a really awesome toy to add to my collection of recording devices. I feel like it's an integral part of the studio setup that I'm going to need in order to get everything working and talking and recording the things that I want to. So yeah, that's pretty much my review for this device. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys have any comments, please let me know in the comments section if like how my levels are and stuff like that, because I am going to learn from your comments about how the audio quality is and whatnot. I don't know whether it's too loud or not. I don't know if it's too loud or too quiet or whatever, but I really appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to like the video if you liked it and dislike it if you didn't. And subscribe if you want to, because like I said, I'm making more videos than I used to. I used to think, hey, don't subscribe to me, I make no videos. Now I do. So go ahead and subscribe if you want to, if you really like the unprofessional, raw video, unrefined stuff, then hey, keep watching my videos, keep subscribing. Thanks guys very much for watching, and I can't wait to give you guys the next review. And in the meantime, have a great one. This is Caticus out.